Welcome back for this fourth video. My name is Bruno Flavent. So I'm presenting this time. We've seen how to test locally a FastAPI with Anaconda. Second, to integrate the same FastAPI into a Docker. And then in the third video, we have deployed it. And I've typed a lot of commands. So I've cut and pasted a lot of commands. But this time I want to show you and introduce how to use the Makefile. So but before, just tell you that I'm using locally, I'm using Anaconda, but you can use also some other tool to manage your environment. Instead of, for instance, using Docker, you can use Poetry, Venv, and then you can install Docker and then everything. So, but basically, gradually, you can start with Anaconda, Poetry, or Venv, and then go to Docker. So let's go to the example that was. So this time my application, my API is called Mamma Mia. So we're gonna launch it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use a Makefile. So the Makefile help you to shorten and to restrain, to not to have to remember all the command, all the Docker commands. So you just have to put it somewhere, like for instance. So we're gonna get there, and I will show you how does it work. So for instance, I've opened my my console. This is a blue one. I'm at the correct one. So you have Makefile, and then you can say make help. That will, for instance, I usually do that because that helped me to know what is the shortcut. So find a very short name. For instance, I can say make. Oh, there's no. Normally, I should have made. Yeah, I should have put somewhere. Hold on, I'm gonna cut and paste this network to show the network. I should have done that. So, for instance, I had this command that will be able to list the network. So I will say make help. Well, I can really like this, and you see it's appearing make network, and then I would say, and it will launch the command. Okay, so basically, for instance, I see the network, the default network that are created by Docker without having any container or image running. It will be helpful for the second part of this video, or maybe on the next video. So let's create. So we've seen, so I usually make also a make OK, which means that I'm currently working in this space. So for instance, I can even change the stuff and say, okay, make OK, you're working in, and I say, well, let's put it this way, you see. So you're interacting, and make OK, you're working in, and so you have everything. Okay, so let's go seriously now to work. So I'm gonna make a make up that will make a docker compose. So the docker compose is a file right here. No, not this one, sorry, I mean Mamma Mia. So that's this one. So it's gonna create a kind of service named FastAPI. It's going to leverage on the Docker files, the one we know already from the previous video. And by the way, I've introduced a new system, which is .env, meaning that you can externalize some element. For instance, I've put some faking name or whatsoever, but you can say, okay, that should be friendly name, by the way. And that will be YouTube. Let's say YouTube account, and I will put my name, for instance, if I need so. Say okay, that's okay. So normally, you can leverage on this element. So that was a new. I mean, every time I'm doing a video, I'm trying to introduce a more complex one. So you can use, for instance, the .env. So basically, is launching the stuff. And you see if I go, so this time it should be available at localhost because I've declared like so in Docker file. If I put the right wrap, that's okay. So is a bit different, but basically it's doing the same thing. It's going to download the Python 3.9, then create the code, then copy the requirement in the working dir, then install the requirement, and then use leveraging on what is written here in app and put it in the virtual machine into the code and app and so on, and then expose the whole stuff on port 80, and then I have it work. And this is basically the same iteration. If I want to change the stuff, I have to rebuild the image. So for instance, if I hit Control C, it will stop. But I can also open a new, for instance, I'm going to open a black one. I'm going to get there just to show you that you can have two, because sometimes it's useful. So I'm in the correct, I get bigger, I'm here in the correct one. And then I can decide to, for instance, I can decide to stop. Okay, so I'm gonna say make down. So he's removing everything, and then nothing is working anymore. But I still have, I think, I still have my image, okay? So I can exactly do the same thing. So for instance, I can make a very, very powerful stuff, like for instance, make prune. It will kill the image. No, I don't have to do that. I think, I should, anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything is, it's okay. Let's see. Sorry, it's all right. Yeah. Or I can liberate some spaces, and I will do, yeah. So you see, it's clearing the stuff, and then I will redo the stuff and change my application, for instance, saying okay. Oh yeah, I should have shown you what was the ID. That was, let's say, YouTube. So it's a more complex video. Sorry, I didn't make any change, so I will restart. So basically, this is a much more complex video that has been written, API, sorry, that has been written with the help of ChatGPT. And by the way, I'm gonna restart the whole stuff. Make up. And I'm gonna show you this time the API. So let's get there. So you see you have normally, no, I think I have changed it right away here in docs. So you see YouTube, yeah. Okay, and you see this is the way I'm intending to expose machine learning models. So you can do summaries, advanced, but this time they are empty stuff. But I'm just saying, okay, I'm just pretending that I'm building a kind of fake API. The only one that is working is this one. For instance, I will say, okay, type a word, and it will give me and if I type a capital letter, then you have an error, and then but that's okay. That's the only function that I have. It's just that I make it very simple. For instance, if you type L with a minuscule, okay, and then there's nothing working. It's just showing the endpoint. You see, fake endpoint, so you can browse through, and then the logic will come later. But then you can create a kind of architecture of your routing API. Okay, so that's enough. So let's stop again, like we did. Make down, and you see again the application has been killed. Okay, so I will make prune, and I will come back for the third, for the last video. That will be the fifth, where I will present a kind of let me see my work through. Yeah, I will build up an API with Streamlit as a front end, sorry, and FastAPI as a backend. Okay, I'll see you in a minute then. But for sure, if you like my work, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is right here. and you have access to the article, and then you have also access to the source code, which is this one. You can find the one I'm using right here is this one. Okay, so, and then we will go through this time for the next video to this directory. So see you in a minute. Bye-bye.